Alright, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between the Westbrook Brewing Company, and they are out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, and the 8th State Brewing Company, and they are out of Greenville, South Carolina, and this is their Rice Crispy Boi. So, they're calling this one a rice lager with a marshmallows and a certified color. Comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. 10 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just under 3 months old. So I had no idea this beer existed until a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Sierra Hotel, mentioned this beer specifically. We talk a couple times a week on Instagram, and he mentioned that one of his trading buddies included this as an extra, and he's like, man, I really enjoyed that. It was something different. It was something fun. And then a little bit later, it was actually a couple weeks ago, I saw another good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Wes. He checked this one on Untapped, and all he said in the Untapped and check-in was Rice Krispie Treats, exclamation point. So this is basically a Japanese rice lager that is brewed with marshmallows. And as you can see by the label, they're definitely going for Rice Krispie Treats. They call it Rice Crispy Boi. You know what? I'm all about having fun with some, styles like this. Like, I love myself a Japanese rice lager. However, add some marshmallows to the mix. We'll see. Novelty? I have no idea. But we got the hashtag proper glassware, so let's give it a pour here. That is so fucking light. It's unbelievable. Mostly Japanese rice lagers, though. They are, definitely light. And wow, we got Dirty Glass Mafia. I got to show you guys this. I haven't used this glass in a while. But, you guys know I usually don't get Dirty Glass Mafia. Oh, we got some Dirty Glass Mafia. Let me see if you guys see that all around. Holy fuck. Dirty Glass Mafia for sure. And I always wash my glasses before I review. So, you know what? We'll make do with what we got. So, as you can see, that is fucking so light, dude. Wow. That looks like a 3.5% light lager or something. It's amazing how light this fucking beer is, and how dirty my glass is, despite the fact that I fucking washed it. And I very rarely have issues with Dirty Glass Mafia. Sometimes it happens. You know what I noticed though, and I don't know if it's the water or whatever's going on. In the summer, a lot of times I get more Dirty Glass Mafia. Something has to do probably with maybe the warmer water or whatever, because I notice it's a little bit warmer. I don't know, but anyway, it's in the hashtag proper glassware to some degree. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's a Japanese rice lager with marshmallows. So yeah, it has this, again, it has some condensation on it, whatever. It has a straight up fucking yellow golden color. It's more like a straw yellow color, honestly. Hold up to light. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. You can see my hand through it. Maybe not on camera, but definitely I can see my hand through the other side. Had about a finger of a bright white head that is now displayed to thin film. There seems to be maybe from the marshmallows, but there's some kind of remnants, almost like when you have fruit puree and a heavily fruited sour. It's kind of around the rim. But yeah, anyway, let's get the nose. Yeah, wow. There's a huge marshmallow, vanilla, kind of lactose-y sweetness, even though there's no lactose in here. Wow, that smells like fucking marshmallows for sure. Very rarely when breweries use marshmallows in beers, I almost never get marshmallows. It's always vanilla. And then if they use vanilla, sometimes they get marshmallows. It's very weird. I'm fucked in the head. I know this. You guys know this. However, in this, marshmallows, it smells like marshmallows. It smells like a fucking just opened a pack of Rice Krispie Treats, or somebody in my family made some Rice Krispie Treats and I'm smelling them, or oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it smells like Rice Krispie Treats. There's this very slight underlying kind of lager, kind of funk, like that sulfur thing going on, a little bit of a graininess, but for the most part, it smells like Rice Krispie Treats. My one worry about this beer is it's going to be too sweet. I'm hoping that it still has a nice dryness, or maybe some slight bitterness, something to break up the monotony of what I perceive is going to be a pretty sweet beer. But I don't know. I'm not going to say you're bullshit. It smells like Rice Krispie Treats. Yeah, I get a couple other extra characteristics, but not really. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. That is a fun fucking beer. See, beer can be fun. I know there's a lot of purists out there that just want straight on, classic styles. Oh, the fucking aftertaste tastes like a Rice Krispie Treat. That is so fucking gnarly. I don't know about the certified color, Westbrook, but that's gnarly. What do you need certified color in this fucking beer for? What? You're probably wondering, why am I going off a tangent on it with certified color? I was just thinking, when I read certified colors, I was like, well, is it plural or not? No, certified color. I don't know why you need to have any kind of different color in this one. Anyway, it tastes like a Rice Krispie Treat. It's not sickly sweet, which is beautiful. But this is, again, I was going off on a tangent about novelty beers. Like, there's a lot of purists out there that just like don't fuck with the styles, and I get that. Like, if I saw a beer that said Rice Crispy Boys, and it's a Japanese rice lager, and there was no marshmallows and certified color, I'd be like, all right, it's just their clever play out and like a rice lager, cool. But you throw on the Rice Krispie Treats in the background, they're adding marshmallows. This is what I expect this beer to be, plain and simple. But not everybody likes any kind of adjuncts or deviating from the norm or the purest style or whatever, but I'm all right with it. I love me some Japanese rice lagers, but I'm okay with beers like this too. Body, lower side of medium body, 5%, that's fine. Mouthfeel, it's crisp, moderate carbonation. There's smoothness here, but it's a lager, so it's a crispy boy. It's a Rice Crispy Boy. So body, mouthfeel, really nice. The taste, again, this is one of those beers where I'm not picking apart the beer as a whole because there's not a lot of like individual flavors that I'm getting from front to back. It has a omnipresent front to back Rice Krispie Treat vibe. So you get like the rice from the rice puffs, marshmallow for sure. On the back of the palate is where really everything intertwines and comes together and becomes a straight on Rice Krispie Treat. There's underlying like grainy kind of malt sensation. There's a little bit of like a lemon kind of vibe at the front of the palate. It does finish full on dry, which is beautiful. No bitterness to speak of, but this is a Rice Krispie Treat lager that isn't sickly sweet, very drinkable, a novelty beer for sure, but also well done. So kudos to Westbrook and the 8th State for doing that. This is if you wanted a lager with a little something extra, maybe a little bit more sweetness, if you're craving a pastry but don't want something over the top sweetness like this, I think this would be a beer for you. Listen, it's not amazing. I'm not losing my shit over this, but it's a fun beer. And beer's supposed to be fun. So yeah, I love myself a authentic, by the book Japanese rice lager. But there's also room for beer like this. So I'm really digging it. 5%, you can't tell. I think it's a fun novelty beer that if I see this again, like if they release it again next year around this time, I'd definitely pick up at least a can, maybe a couple cans, maybe send one to somebody who would really like to try it. Sierra Hotel and West definitely said that this is not only a good beer, but a fun beer, something different, and they're 100% accurate. Like, this is fun. This tastes like a Rice Krispie Treats lager, and I'm here for it. And the beautiful thing about it is it's well balanced. While it is sweet and has that marshmallow going for it, it's dry enough. It's actually quite dry where it balances it out and it's not cloying or over the top. So again, you got to be, I think, open-minded with going into something like this. And I always, in with all my reviews, as you guys know, I try to be open-minded, even if it's a style I don't enjoy, because why not? Why be closed-minded and be like, no, get it away from me. I absolutely hate it. I'm not going to try and see if there's any redeeming qualities. This, open-minded, quite delicious. So Rice Crispy Boi from Westbrook, high 4.25 out of 5, and go 4.35 out of 5. This is delicious. I love it. Great collaboration. And yeah, I haven't had nothing from 8th State. I know Sierra Hotel has enjoyed some of their beers, but I've had a lot of Westbrook beers over the year, and they do like a lot of these style, like their key lime pie goza for many years. They taste like key lime pie, but had the soul of a goza. That's why I liked it as much as I did, and I still do to this day. So we don't get a lot of Westbrook here as much anymore, but something like this, definitely seek this one out. This is a fun fucking beer. Price point availability, paid $3.29 for that can. I want to say 4 packs for $12 or $11.99. Yeah, I'm fine with that. For adding the marshmallows in there and it being a different beer, around $3 a can is okay. And availability, I have no idea with Westbrook. Probably have a beer finder on their website. I hear here in the Buffalo, New York area. We used to see a lot of their stuff, like a lot of their new releases and everything would show up. Not as much anymore, but I was pleasantly surprised when this one showed up, because I was like, because Sierra Hotel was the first guy I mentioned. I was like, oh, if I see it, and then like I think it was like a week or two later I saw it, and I was like, yeah, I grabbed it, and then I just saw Wes checking in a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to review this one sooner rather than later, and I'm happy I did. So 4.35 out of 5 for Westbrook's Rice Crispy Boi, a collaboration with the 8th State Brewing Company. If you've had this one before, I know they've released this one in the past. This is this year's release. So if you've had this one or prior releases, let me know what you think about it. Would you try a Rice Krispie Treat Japanese rice lager? Because that's essentially what this is. If you say yes, then I know you're not lying. And if you say no, you're lying. You know you want to try it. Maybe not. Maybe people say, fuck those marshmallows. I don't know. Sometimes I say, fuck those marshmallows. But I like me some marshmallows. Anyway, oh yeah, 5%, like I said, you can't really tell. So I'm going to shut this one down. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here in the Beer Patrol. Till the next one. Cheers.